You know, I never really understood how people do the crying thing on social media, except when someone dies or something. You know, people lose important things and they cry on the internet. And then I realized that after being laid off for the second time in less than a year, that's how people cry on the internet. They actually mean it anyway. Say hi to Yukon, everyone. Today's June 20th, 2025. I was laid off in October of 2024 from my previous job. This last job was quite something. And I've been talking to my husband for years about making a YouTube channel. Just 'cause, like, why not, right? And if this isn't a sign from God or the universe or something that I need to do something differently, then I really don't know what is. So, welcome. I don't know what we're going to get up to here. But before I turned 27 this past month, I told myself that 27 was going to be the year of me. And maybe I finally have the opportunity to do that. So, sorry for the shaky camera and the awkward lighting as I, move my hand or whatever. Here goes nothing, right? Here goes nothing. Okay, so today is, I'm going to call it day one because I was, laid off pretty late in the day. But today is day one of me being unemployed again, but laid off, I guess you could say, from a contract that I thought was going to be a direct hire, ended up being a short-term contract. Anyway, today is the day that I am trying to figure out my life. Obviously, I still need to apply for jobs, but when I was unemployed last year, I fell into this really, really deep cycle of depression, and I would just cycle through like applying for jobs all day and all night, and then doing the things like I had to do at the bare minimum around the house and with my kids. And then I would just sit there and just, as my husband said to me today, wallow in self-pity like the Grinch. And he wasn't saying that in a mean way, by the way. He was kind of right. So I'm going to try and hold myself accountable by making YouTube videos. It's something I've been wanting to do for years and I haven't done it. And if the universe is not telling me, or if God is not telling me that there is something else in the plan, I don't know what's really going on. So a couple of disclaimers. I am a regular human being. I am a normal, everyday, average human being. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't really know how to make videos. I'm learning how to edit. I'm just a person trying to figure out life and navigate this promise that I made to myself a few months ago, saying that 27 is the year of me. I turned 27 on June 11th of this year. And maybe I'll make another video sort of describing what that means to me and while I'm doing it. But this is just my attempt of figuring it out and not being the Grinch on my couch all day. So what I want to do today is, ironically enough, I just said year of me, and yet I want to make dog treats for my dog. I'll show you my beautiful dog. This is Yukon. That's his dog hair. Wait. This is my sweet boy. And it is the only one of my children you will see on my videos. I'll probably talk, normal human being. I will probably talk about parenting, but I'm in no way going to be a family vlog. I'm not going to be showing my kids. First off, they are my stepchildren. I call them mine. Their mother and I are very close. She is okay with that. So let's not start that, drama at all. But secondly, they are minors, and my husband and I haven't posted pictures of them probably in years. Like, very rarely do we post pictures of them. If I decide to share my Instagram publicly, I will archive all pictures of them. I love them to bits, and I'm a huge, like, massive true crime, not fan, but I'm very aware of what the damages are to children on family vlogs, and I don't want to succumb my children to any sort of negative consequence because of something that I want to do, right? So just as an FYI, the only one of my children you will see is my dog. So any hoosers, I really want to make Yukon some frozen dog treats. He seemed to really like them when I made them last year in the summer, and we are getting a heat wave this week. So I live in a place called Pottstown, Pennsylvania. It's in the greater Philadelphia area, and it's going to be like 100 something throughout the next couple of days, and I have a fluffy dog, so I want to make sure that he is comfortable. And so also make sure you check with your vet, or you do your own research about what your dog should be eating. My dog can eat things like yogurt and peanut butter and that kind of stuff, but again, check with your vet. I am using this Chobani Greek yogurt. It's non-fat and plain. I've also used the vanilla, but from experience, with any sort of thing that you are buying for dogs specifically, just make sure you check the ingredients. Cultured non-fat milk, but with some yogurts, they might have added sugars like xylitol. We've had an experience. It wrecked Yukon's liver. He got into a pack of gum once. We will talk about that story at some point, but I'm very, very, very specific on what I feed him because it could be deadly to your dog. So I'm kind of taking this inspiration from my stepmom, who I call my mom, but my mom. She used to make these dog treats. She probably still does for my dog siblings, as I call them, and they loved them. And so I'm just sort of, I don't know, ASMR, right? No, I'm mixing the yogurt together, and what I'm going to do is I am going to add some peanut butter, and I'm going to see if I can mix it in this jar and not make a mess. So just a little thing there. I really like, for any of his stuff, the just plain peanut butter. Doesn't need to be name brand. I do get the Kirkland, and if you notice, you have that sort of the oils at the top, which can be a son of a gun to try and mix in. This is a non-open bottle, so I'm not going to open this right now, but again, just salt, peanuts, that's it. The other thing that I get, which is not Eddie's favorite, but hey, that's okay, is I do like the natural creamy peanut butter from Skippy. I know it does have palm oil in it, but doesn't have any added sugars. So I'm going to use this today since this is an open jar. And for this, let's see, 5.3 ounce container of peanut butter, I'm going to add, this is a fork, y'all, but I'm going to say probably, I don't know, let's see, probably, I don't know, that much peanut butter into the yogurt mix. So I will show you. Oh my god, I'm gonna make a mess, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys now really quickly. This is what we have here. So we have the yogurt and peanut butter, and I'm gonna put my phone down again before I hit myself in the head on this door. See, again, real person, don't know what I'm doing, but that's fine. And we are just going to mix this together. If you have more dogs, or if you're smarter than I am, maybe you can use a mixer, but since it's going to be so hot, I'm trying to use the least amount of water possible. We have a well, it's not like, going empty or anything, but I just want to make sure that we are good for things like that. Okay, now you don't want it to be like too thick. This is probably a good consistency. If it does get too thick, so you maybe added too much peanut butter, you can use a little bit of milk or water to thin it out. Just be careful with milk. Some dogs don't react to it very well. Yukon loves a little bit of heavy cream, but he always gets the fart, so he doesn't really get a lot of like pup cups and stuff very often. So I'm probably going to say that consistency because it's still spreadable, which is kind of the thing that I'm looking for. Cool. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to pause this really quick and I'm going to show you the little ice cube things that I'm going to use. So we bought this because the kids wanted to have fancy ice, and it ended up being not the greatest to make ice. We ended up buying, I don't know, one of those, I'll have to show you guys at one point, but those like ice cubes that you can pop them out. They're like circles, fancy ice. But this is really nice because it is silicone, so you can pop out the treats and then put them into a freezer safe container or bag. And what we're going to do is, I don't even know if I have a spatula. Do I? No, but I have this. This is a rice spoon for like a rice cooker, but it'll work, I guess. That's fine. So what we're going to do is we are going to take just, I don't know, heaps, I guess. It's been a while since I've made these, but we're just going to sort of put them over the slots. And we're going to fill them in as much as possible. And yes, we'll clean off the sides when they're done. But you want it to be right at the top. So you don't want it overfilled. You don't want it underfilled. And if you had to, you could measure out specifically if your dog has like certain dietary restrictions. You could measure this. You could weigh it, whatever you wanted. But this could be a fun thing to do if you have little kids. If you had a spatula that was clean, I don't. But it could be a fun thing to do. I know people are always looking for activities. So if you have dogs, or hey, you know what, you want to make some sweet treats for your kids that are relatively healthy, always check for food allergies. I have 1,000 of them. You will hear about those. But it can be good for them to fill in like dexterity, things like that. But yeah, so we're just going to do this, and don't worry, I will speed through some of it. But I don't know. You guys will have to like tell me in the comments below, if there are already comments on this video, if you've been unemployed or if you're in a crazy sort of industry right now that's having a lot of layoffs or that's really growing. I'd love to hear about it. I'm going to be making a little get to know me video probably tomorrow. I'm doing a lot of driving tomorrow. So I'm planning on having my husband help me set up some things so I can kind of vlog safely in the car. But what we're going to do after we get all of these filled as much as possible is we are going to wipe the sides off, see if we can use any more of some of the extra that's on the sides. And then I'm going to use this cover to cover it. If you don't have this type of cover, use plastic wrap, and then as a second layer of protection from like any sort of like freezer burn, put it into a freezer safe bag. So that could be a reusable bag or it can be a plastic freezer safe bag. And then you want to let it go basically all day overnight, and then you'll just be able to pop them out. So I will be able to show you guys tomorrow, and we'll see if he even likes them anymore. But don't worry, we are going to be able to experience some of Yukon enjoying this right now, because my goodness, does my dog love yogurt. So we are going to give him the extras in here. All right, Yukon. Want to show them how much you like yogurt? Here you go. You don't want it? Of course you don't. He's not feeling it, y'all. No. You don't want it, my love? He's not feeling it today, and normally he does like yogurt, so hopefully he likes these. Hopefully. So we'll have to see tomorrow. But yeah, if I don't record anything else today, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm hoping to do daily vlogs and upload them that same night or then like the next day, to get myself in the flow of things, but to also maybe establish some people watching, and just try to figure this out. Okay, y'all, so it is now 10:37. You might be, I don't even want to show you my sink. I'll show you the sink tomorrow. It's 10:47. 10:37, sorry. Sunday, June 22nd. So it's been a day. Maybe you'll hear about my day. But in the efforts of being honest and doing what I'm saying that I'm going to do and holding myself accountable, here are how our little treats came out for Yukon, and we're going to see if he likes them. I wanted to just say, this dog will probably always look miserable. Ooh, goodness gracious. Okay. He'll probably always look miserable. He hates being on camera. He doesn't like getting pictures taken. I'm really sorry that the lighting and everything is a little finicky. I just decided to give him some of these treats here so I can show you guys. I'm going to put it into a bowl, and I'm going to give him some of these little extra pieces. And then, again, I didn't really measure these. They do feel pretty heavy though. This is just as a little FYI. So if you're giving these to your dog for the first time, any sort of new thing, always sort of, you know, give them like one. But this is what they look like. They look a little finicky because of the little pockets, but homemade, right? Homemade. So I'm gonna start with one and this little bits in here, just because we don't give him a lot of like frozen homemade treats quite often, and I'm nervous that he's not gonna like it, and then I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with these. If for some reason your dog doesn't end up liking these and you follow the same recipe that I did, which was non-fat original Greek yogurt, Chobani, and like, I don't know, a little, maybe 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, you could definitely use these as like little smoothie cubes. So just like consider that. But give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna throw these back in the freezer and then we'll see if he likes them. All right, Yukon, wanna try them out? We have success, people. We have success. Good boy. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm glad you like them, buddy.